I'm going to read something for you. Okay, so I want you to just bear with me for a minute. But before I get to it, here's a word from our sponsor.
Crime across the country is at an all-time high. Even a family road trip is taking a risk. We don't want the feeling of being unprotected and vulnerable. We found concealed411.com. Concealed411.com gave us the help we needed to legally apply for a concealed carry permit that's recognized in over half of the country. Concealed411.com simplifies the process to apply, and it's all online. We used their free qualification process to answer a few questions and applied for our permit right from home. Thanks to reciprocity laws between states, when you're issued a New Hampshire concealed carry permit, you can legally carry in any state that recognizes your New Hampshire permit. It only takes minutes to apply, so don't wait. Exercise your rights today. Have peace of mind. Apply today. Go to www.concealed411.com. That's www.concealed411.com.
Freedom. What is it? Let's read the actual definition. The condition of being free from restraints, especially the ability to act without control or interference by another or by circumstance. The condition of not being controlled by another nation or political power, political independence. Black America. Are you free? Do you feel freedom? Do you understand what freedom really is? I know this is not me knocking you. This is a sincere question, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of what exactly we consider freedom. Freedom today has become, I want to be able to do whatever I want to do without any restraints whatsoever. We've now applied freedom to what we would say intrusion. So if you're not free, then one other person has to if you're being limited. What do I mean by that? The government's free. They're free to do whatever they want to you, while you are not free to do whatever you want. At least that's what we have been told. Now, for me, I will give my example of myself, since I am of a melanate persuasion. I am free to do whatever I want within the legal ramifications of the law, right? Okay, so I can't just murder somebody. One, because it's morally wrong, but two, it's also legally wrong. I can't just go rob. I can't go steal. These are things I cannot do in spite of being free. But what am I free to do? I am free to make money. Even in some cases, I may not be, because you're going to say the IRS did it, but that applies to everybody. I'm free to find whatever job I want. I'm free to get an education, and I'm also free to not work. So are you free? And if you're not free, please let me know exactly what you're not free to do, because I'm really confused as to the real meaning of the word freedom when it comes to Black America. Because I can see many Black Americans being free. As I speak right now, I know many of them who are not just liberated in the mind, but liberated in the pocketbooks as well. They have no restraints on them. They do everything within the confines of the law, and they're thriving. So I'm trying to figure out, if we are not free, how are some and some are not? Is it by choice? Is it by region? Is it by location, by state, by rulership? What exactly is keeping Black America in the mindset that they're not free? Possibly, from what I can see, is the not understanding of the word freedom, or at least a misconstrued idea of the word freedom. Freedom in America is probably the only place you'll find the fullest definition of it. There is no other country, and I dare you to find one. There is no other country that you can do the things you do here and have no ramifications for. And when you do something egregious, there are penalties. America is one of the most free countries on earth. This is why people come here. So what exactly is Black America not free from? I have been asking this question for a long time, and I've yet to get an actual answer for it. I hear a lot of things like white supremacy, and I hear a lot of things about slavery, and I hear a lot of things about generational wealth and generational curses and Black Wall Street. My question to you individually, and I want you guys to answer this question by yourself, not based on what other people have told you, not based on anything else, but what you know for yourself that you can do. Why are you not free? And if you are free, how are you not telling other people how to be the same? I look at Black leaders today, and they're prevalent, and they're not really leading. What they are doing is picking up a seat of authority over people. And they love to do it. They love to sit there after having made it and not being bound, mind you, they sit there and they will look down at you and tell you how bound you are. They won't tell you that you're free to do what they did. In fact, they will tell you that they're the anomaly. They'll tell you, oh, this happened because of this, and this, and that will never happen to you because of the circumstances and that. They always have a bleak picture for you, but not for them. How is that? How is it that people like Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Tariq Nasheed, how are they always making the kinds of money that they tell you you can't make? Mind you, they even grew up in an era where there was actual lynching still going on. So how did they make it out of that, but you can't make it today? Have they ever answered that question for you? Has anyone ever answered that question for you? In fact, has any of the people that you ever put in power to rule over you ever helped you to understand how to make it? Or have they always told you that the only way for you to do anything is by depending on someone else? Because by doing that, I would completely agree with you that you're not free. If that is the version of life events that people have been telling you, then definitely I 100% agree that you're not free. That is indeed mental slavery. The problem with that is that the people telling you that knows that you can break free. At any point in time, you can break free. But they don't need you or want you breaking free. You ever ask yourself, how is it that they, coming from seemingly the same origins as you, which is what they say all the time, I grew up in the hood, I grew up in the projects, I grew up in the ghetto. And they're wearing the best suits, driving the best cars, living in the best neighborhood. Mind you, they don't live where you live. They live amongst the people they say is your enemy. I just want to make sure you take note of that. How is it that they never tell you the process they went through to get there? Even if they do tell you that the bad stuff happened, why is there no instructional manual from them on how best to navigate life? Why are they always circumstantial? This person got shot. I'm here to tell you today. This person got in a fight. I'm here to tell you today. A young person gets a nomination for a high grade award in the United States. You don't see them. It makes no sense because they don't want it to make sense. They're trying to keep you in a position that you have to depend on them for every single thing. That's why they call themselves leader. But what they really are is a dictator. They are really black dictators. They're not black leaders. Stop looking up to these people because they have nothing at all salvageable about their personality or their morals. They have none. Because if they did, they would realize that the number one and leading cause of death among us is ourself. And many don't want to hear that. But it's become that way because we've been fed this story that our bondage keeps us a certain way and we have to stay that way and we have no other option because they said so. So here's my challenge. And this is a challenge now. It is a challenge to Black America. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but yourselves can free your minds. Bob Marley said that. So I challenge you to do this. Evaluate the people telling you that you're bound. See if they are. And if they're not, find out how. And do exactly what they did. Kinda. Don't lie, cheat, steal, rob, or kill like they did. Do something to get out of the position you're in and show them that your lifelong goals are attainable with hard work, perseverance, and ignoring the naysayers. Life is up to you. It is what you make it. There are no restrictions right now in place on the books that keep you from doing anything to make life good here in America. My challenge? Pick up the mantle and run. I'm rooting for you.